the bike. He trains the horse as well. The owners are Andrea and Tommy Householder from Delaware, Ohio. 5 out of 10 in the money this year. Earnings of $7,123 and a mark of 201-2 at Wilmington. Hang on one second. Sorry. Number 2, Dragons Better. Steve Carter is the trainer. Austin Hanners won the last races in the bike. It's owned by the TKO Racing Stable, Indiana. T. Carsey of Ohio. The Musburger from Washington Courthouse. Friedland, Brooklyn, New York. I'm assuming those guys split the $22,000 buying horse of this cost evenly. Austin's Dragons Better here is 6 out of 8 in the money. Earnings of $32,000 and a sharp mark of 153-1 at Scioto. That is the fastest winning time of anybody in this race. Number 3 is Madeline's Cruising Up. The trainer is Melby Ober Jr. Matt Rowe of Urbana owns the horse. Alex Hawk in the bike, 4 out of 9 in the money. 2-minute mark at Troy on and off track. $7,000 in earnings. 1 in Troy on 8:15 and 2 minutes flat. Number 4, Flash Me L. Hank Levan, training, driving for Levan Stables and Rosemary Levan. 11 starts this year, 6 out of 11 in the money with 1 win. He's at a Dancing Yankee. Emerald Flash, the mare, on the attack. Is Grandpa, 11 wins, 6 out of 11, 2 minutes. Number 5, Bear Creek Outlook, picks up David Ward on the drive, training for Brian Roebuck, who owns the horse out of North Lewisburg, Ohio. He is a Bullville Powerful Colt out of You Raise Me Up by Rustler Hanover. 10 starts, winless, but 4 seconds and a third. And number 6 is Perfect Paradise. Pierce Henry with the drive for Robert Brooks. He is a well-said colt out of It's Perfect by Cam Luck. Owners are R.L. Brooks. Here's the Stock Inc. and Bucyrus, Semi Snow Finley, and the Teats of Bucyrus. 5 out of 9, 18,000 in earnings. A mark of 201-1 at Ottawa. And on the board, hello, sir. On the board, it appears as though the 2, Dragons Better, is the overwhelming fan favorite at 1-5. The 6-horse Perfect Paradise with Pierce Henry, 7-2. Kenny Holiday is 99-1. If I was a betting man, I'd probably bet him the show at 99-1. That is your lineup for this afternoon's 4th. And we are joined by Mr. Roger Houston, who's made his way across the beautiful track surface here at Lima. I mentioned to Doug earlier, I was reading a little history on the track this afternoon, and they built it in the 50s, and they tried to emulate the track surface in Delaware, Ohio, our home of the Little Brown Jug, and it is certainly the widest county fair track that I have seen so far. Hello, Roger.
I'm still catching my breath.
I know you are. It's okay. Some pretty good races so far this evening. The 4th is next. Great crowd. A lot of interest here. Families galore, which, we hear a lot about kids being in their rooms with their video games and their TV, and they're not playing outside in the yard. But I tell you, folks, that's not the case here. I don't see anybody under 15 holding a Game Boy or a Nintendo Switch.
The fairs have never been hurting for youngsters, because the fairs are youngsters, so to speak. So we had a good crowd last night, and a little bigger, I think, tonight.
Yeah, and 4 big races under 2 minutes last night. I was looking at the recap. Let's go up to Doug for the intros of the horses here for the 4th.
Cruising Up. Number 4, Flash Me L, Hank Levan. David Ward to 5, Bear Creek Outlook, not in the post parade, but will race. The 6, Perfect Paradise, will be out shortly. Pierce Henry in the sulky. David Ward drives the 5. Win place.
They totally redid the track earlier this year. They had a rough way to go last year, but they brought in Jason Bloom from down at Hollywood Dayton to tell them what to do and how to do it and things. And the speed committee here deserves a lot of credit because this is a super nice racetrack.
Really is.
They say it's shaped much like Delaware with the big flowing turns and such. Last night they went in, 56 and something?
56 and 2, fastest time last night.
And I think that was very close to a track record. I asked them what the track record, they said they thought it was 56 and 1 or something. 55 and 2.
55 and 2, Del S. Miller in 2003.
Del S.
Del S.
Papa Del S.
Papa Del S. There is a young man playing an acoustic guitar with the speaker in the front of the bleacher down here who is really good.
Sometimes you'll hear him playing though on top of the PA system.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Which makes it a little
crazy, yeah.
We had a minister performing here last night, singing and playing the guitar.
Is that right?
Church of the Nazarene minister nearby. Chuck Berkey, I think his name was.
Understand you visited an old friend.
Today I sure did.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I can see, you can't see it, folks, but Roger is shaking his head a little bit because he's known this gentleman for many, many, many years. That little brown jug that talk together every year for
That's what it's all about.
You bet it is. You bet it is.
For me, at least, Ralph Beckstead of Salina, Ohio. He's 98 years old. His wife is 94. Ironically, 58, when my first trip to Delaware was also 1958.
Oh,
now,
wow.
I didn't know him at that time, but he attended every jug week from 1958 to 2018. Every single jug week. And,
wow.
His wife's 94, and when we got to him at his residence today, he had just finished mowing his lawn with a power tractor lawnmower.
Thank goodness. The horses have turned and are slowly headed up the backstretch towards the starting gate.
2-year-old Colt Pacers, one driver change. David Ward drives the 5. Bear Creek Luke.
Let us send it upstairs to Doug for the call of this afternoon's 4th. Thank you for watching and hanging out with us here on the OHHA website. Michael Langer with Roger Houston. This afternoon's 4th, the 2-year-old Colt Pace, the first of 3 divisions. Up to Doug.
Two-year-old Colt Pacers, Ohio Colt Racing Association for $4,512. Sponsored by Ansonia Lumber. A field of 6, all in behind the Mike Webkenberg starting gate. Here they come. And they're off. Sent right to the front. Dragons are better. The inside, Dancing Suns. On the outside, Madeline's cruising up. 3 wide into the turn. Perfect Paradise and Pierce Henry. Racing on the inside, Dancing Suns. Then it is Flash Meow, the early trader. Bear Creek Outlook at the opening 8th and up on the outside. Perfect Paradise for Pierce Henry. Grabbed the lead. Dragons better second, and on the retake, Austin Henners wants the front end, and he's going to get it very quickly. Dragons better with the lead now, but 2. Perfect Paradise second. 3 back to Madeline's cruising up. Another 3 to Dancing Suds. Into the turn, Flash Me L, and Bear Creek Outlook trails the field. by the quarter and 29 and a fifth. Round the turn to the 3/8. Dragons Better shows the way. Racing second, Perfect Paradise. Madeline's cruising up is third. Dancing Suds racing fourth. Flash Me Out fifth. Bear Creek Outlook trails the field. They're halfway home. Dragons Better with a lead. Here comes Madeline's cruising up on the outside. Perfect Paradise third. Dancing Suds is fourth. Flash Me Out fifth. Halfway home, 59 and 4. Bear Creek Outlet continues to trail the field. Across the backside they go. The leader, Dragons Better, to the outside. Madeline's cruising up, racing third. Perfect Paradise fourth. Dancing Suds, Flash Me Out fifth. Bear Creek Outlook sixth. At the three-quarter mark and opening up, Dragons are better by 3. Perfect Paradise is second. Madeline's cruising up third. Flash Me Out fourth. Fifth is Dancing Suds. Bear Creek Outlook trails the field at the three quarters, 129 and 2, and it's a 5-length lead for Dragons Better and Austin Henners as they come to the top of the stretch. Madeline's cruising up is second. Perfect Paradise is third. This one's all over. It's Dragons Better. Austin Henners second on the card. Madeline's cruising up second. Perfect Paradise home third. In 2 minutes.
2 minutes flat.
2 minutes flat off of first half of 59 and 4. Back-to-back winners for Austin Henners. Winners of third and now the fourth race. Dragons Better for Steve Carter. That's 7 out of 9 in the money this year, and earnings here.
Unofficial, 2-3-6. Dragons Better, Madeline's cruising up, and Perfect Paradise. 2-year-old Colt Pacers. Dragons Better has won 3 of 8. Has a mark of 53 and 1 at Scioto Downs. A winner here tonight in 2 minutes flat.
And the favorite in the race also went off at 2-5. 6-horse was 3-1. The 3-horse 10-1 came in second. 2-3-6, we believe. 2-3-6, 4-5-1. We are waiting for Dragons Better to get back here with Austin to the winner's circle.
It's going to be interesting tonight. Her outrider is Devin Miller, and she's actually driving in the 9th race.
I did not notice that Devin was driving tonight. For those who don't know, Devin Miller is the daughter of my favorite driver in the history of harness racing, Mr. David Miller.
The Buckeye.
The Buckeye took 2 days off this week. Did not do the Red Mile yesterday and today. Back in action tomorrow at Harrah's, close to his home in Robbinsville, New Jersey. And we have Dragons Better back to the winner's circle.
Base for $4,512. Sponsored by Ansonia Lumber. Number 2, Dragons Better. The 2-year-old bay go to the son of Fear the Dragon out of the Better Than Cheddar Mare. Better Than Gratitude, 4th of the season. Jay Mossberger, Adam Friedland, TKO Racing Stable, T. Carsey owned, Steve Carter trains. Austin Henners gets his second winner of the evening here at the Allen County Fair in Lima. This one behind Dragons Better, the mile 2 minutes. Sponsored by Ansonia Lumber.
Not that many folks with more drives this year than Austin Henners. He is a busy young man, and almost 1,500 starts through yesterday. Dragons Better's being a little frisky out in the winner's circle.
They're checking the head pull off. Part of the head pull still hanging.
It is.
Here's the way they finished the 4th, number 1, Dancing Sud 6. 2 Dragons Better, the winner. 3, Madeline's cruising up 2. 4, Flash Me Out 4. 5, Bear Creek Outlook 5. The 6, Perfect Paradise 3. The mile 2 minutes, 29 and 1, 59 and 4, 129 and 2. 6, 1, 2, 4, 5, 3 on the bottom. Fifth race coming up next. It's up in about 10 minutes. Scratch number 6, Notable Cameron. Scratch the 6, Notable Cameron.
Should also mention the 2-horse, It's a Horse, is going to have Jeff Nicehonger. Jeff Nicehonger drives the 2, It's a Horse. Scratch the 6, Notable Cameron. So we got a field of 5 in the upcoming Signature Series, the first division, for a purse of $3,500 in race 5. Back to the Allen County Fairgrounds after these messages.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio wants to thank all the breeders that supported our popular stallions, including new trotting sire Play Tricks on Me. Cool Winds also stands proven sire Mr. Apples in the great state of Ohio. Randy and Kim Haynes also stand the only full brother to Some Beach Somewhere, Bring on the Beach, sire of Heart of Chewbacca. Visit the Cool Winds consignment at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 15th.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Back here at the Allen County Fair,
Rocking and rolling.
Chuck Raines is the young man. He's, I believe, 16 years of age and will be a junior in high school this year. Said he's been playing the guitar since he was 5 years old.
A great rendition of the national anthem to get us started here this evening. Roger, where are you off to from here?
Greenville
tomorrow.
With Doug Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm home for about 4 days, and then off to Woodstock, Virginia.
Shenandoah Downs.
Their county fair. In this race, we got a field of 5 in the Signature Series. The 1 horse is Winning Misty. Matthew Brown is a trainer. Well, he's the owner, trainer, and driver. 2 of 17 this year, 159 and 1 at Northfield. Was a winner at Greenville in the Signature Series on last Friday night in 2 minutes flat, final quarter and 30 seconds. The 2 horse, It's a Horse, gets the services of Jeff Nicehonger today. May be the first time that Jeff has ever sat behind this horse, trained by Jason Brewer, owned by Kurt Nichols of London. 5 of 22 this year. Is banked $46,000 as a mark at Pocono of 154 and 3. Was a winner at Salina in the last effort, 159 and 4 with a final panel 30 seconds flat. The 3 is Smoky Mountain Rain. Rich Dingledine drives for his sister, Kimberly Daly, owned by Kim and Todd Woodruff of Urbana. 1 of 24 on the year. That was a 2-minute win at Miami Valley early this year. Last effort was in this Signature Series at Greenville. Finished 6th, was timed in 2:01 and 2. The 4 is the horse that I jog each year at Delaware, Ohio. The Next Triumph. Ron Steck is the trainer. Drew Neal drives this one, a 10-year-old gelding. 4 of 21. It's banked $27,000, 154 and 4 at Scioto Downs. Winner at Napoleon in the last effort, 2-4 and 1. But I make it a point to go to the Steck Barn every year on Saturday before the races at Delaware get underway on Sunday and jog a couple horses for Ronnie or some other trainer. This next Triumph, mighty nice trotter. to
That's
sit
awesome.
behind. The 5 horse is Mr. Steele. Roger Hughes Jr. is the owner, trainer, driver. 2 of 19 on the year, 24,000 earnings, 156-1 at Miami Valley. Last effort was at Urbana in the Signature Series. Finished 6th in 2:02. Final panel 32-2, and the 6 horse, of course, is scratched. That's the field of 5 in tonight's first division of the Signature Series.
1 mare on the rail against 4 geldings.
Some would say the mare might have an advantage. You just never know. I know in amateur drivers, the female drivers have an advantage over the male drivers for one reason or another.
Yep.
Can't tell you why. I asked Steve Oldford if he agrees, and he says, yeah, more
does.
times than I would get to beat Beth with.
I had an opportunity, not this past year's jug, but 2021. Jasmine Arnold had walked by our little station where my boys and I have been positioned for 41 years, just off of Tim Lane's barn, just past the 3/4 pull up there. Sorry, let's go upstairs for the introductions of the 5th race horses with Doug.
These are the horses. Number 1, Winning Misty, the driver Matthew Brown. Number 2, It's a Horse, the driver Jeff Neisonger. 3, Smoky Mountain Rain with Richard Dingeldine. Number 4, The Next Triumph, Drew Neal drives. 5 is Mr. Steele, Roger Hughes Jr. in the sulky. Scratch the 6, Notable Cameron. Win place show Quinella, exacta trifecta. Post time for the 5th in 3 minutes.
I don't know why it is, but every time the Doug says Roger Hughes Jr., I think it's Roger Houston. For one reason or another. One day he pays Roger Hughes Jr. to go to the starting gate, and I said, why is he paging me to go to the starting gate?
Just notice they're offering Quinella wagering here at the fairgrounds.
Sometimes the Quinella pays better than the exacta.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does.
Fact is, I talked to a gentleman who's wagering, and he says he always bets the Quinella because fewer people do, and sometimes you get
a better payoff. Better payoff. Anyway, I saw Jasmine 2 years ago. She won a big race at Delaware, lit up the board, a big number. I think it paid $30 or $40.
Ladies driving.
Yeah. And then didn't run into her for a while, but I took my buddy Greg and his grandson and another friend, and we went out to Scioto, probably about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I didn't realize that Jasmine was out riding at Scioto this year. It's nice to see her again.
She's not driving as much as she did 3 or 4 years ago because she did take that position as outrider. Just a blue perfect night.
It
cloud
really
in the
is.
sky.
Not a cloud. Not a cloud. A cool breeze. And mentioned before, we're shaded here in the grandstand. The track, with the exception of the stretch, is still brightly covered by sunshine. I mentioned earlier there were 4 races under 2 minutes last night. We have 1 so far tonight. Our second race, the 3-year-old Filly Pace, that went 1:59.3.
Temperatures dropping rapidly. It's down to 77 degrees right now.
We are going to Greenville tomorrow. I'll be in Hicksville on Thursday. It'll be my first time at that facility.
I've never been there.
Well, you're more than welcome. I can invite you.
No.
You want to go home?
No. Well, you said Thursday. I'll be at Greenville.
Thursday at Greenville. Oh, that's right. Wednesday and Thursday at Greenville.
To see Charlie May.
Charlie May. Thank you, Don Tiger, for bringing Charlie to Greenville.
He's raced at Greenville, I think, 3 or 3 out of 4 times. He's 4 years he's raced at Greenville. Well, we got Signature Series trotters going to the gate. I wanted to mention about Matthew Brown. He raced in the Signature Series the other night at Greenville. Had 2 horses in the race. They finished 1-2, and it was almost a dead heat.
I was going to say separated by maybe a nose over there. It was impressive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Here's Doug Ballinger with the call.
Field of 5. Signature Series trotters, Allen County Super Trot are at the post. Here they come. They're up and trotting. It's a horse for the lead from the inside. Winning Misty. The next Triumph 3 wide into the turn. Smoky Mountain Rain comes out in 4th. Mr. Steele racing 5th. And It's a Horse is off stride at the opening 8th. Also off stride. The next Triumph. Off stride is Winning Misty is ahead up the backside. Mr. Steele moving through. Mr. Steele will be the new leader. Winning Misty is second. Racing third, It's a Horse on the outside. The next Triumph and Smoky Mountain Rain trails the field. Trotters race on over to the opening quarter, and Mr. Steele the leader on the outside. Winning Misty racing second. Trotting third around the turn. Going to the 3/8 mark. It's a Horse by the opening quarter. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Mr. Steele, Roger Hughes Jr. show the way. Hung on the outside, Winning Misty is second. It's a Horse racing third. Fourth on the outside, the next Triumph. Smoky Mountain Rain trails the field. They're halfway home. Mr. Steele with the lead. Winning Misty the outside. It's a Horse is third. The next Triumph is fourth. Halfway home in 1 minute and 3/5 and trailing the field. Smoky Mountain Rain is ahead up the back stretch. Mr. Steele will guide him to the 3/4. Hung on the outside, Winning Misty. It's a Horse to the inside is third. The next Triumph it is fourth. And trailing the field is Smoky Mountain Rain. They near 3/4 and Mr. Steele clinging to that lead. But here comes the next Triumph and Drew Neal from fourth. He's 3 wide. He's third on the outside. He's now seconds. 3/4, 131 and 3. They come to the top of the stretch. Mr. Steele on the inside. The next Triumph, their heads apart. On the outside, It's a Horse and Jeff Neissanger. They'll tip 3 wide and down the stretch they trot. Winning Misty. And the next Triumph, the next Triumph, the next Triumph, It's a Horse and Mr. Steele.
Great stretch drive there. Had a interesting race to say the least. The 1, the 2, and the 4 all broke before the first 8th. Now the 1 got back on stride first, and while that was happening, Mr. Steele's 5 slid up the rail to take the lead and held on to that through the half. And Drew Neal made a move, got that 4-horse in front on the outside. The cover was there, and he just ran a perfect race. The 2, It's a Horse. Jeff Neisinger was a little boxed in there. Got out very, very late, I think, to get up for second. But the next Triumph with Drew Neal for Ron Steck was the unofficial winner.
It's wild in that first turn. I don't know if somebody got into each other or what there.
I wonder about that, yeah.
4 of the 5 horses are off stride at the same spot. So whether they were sympathy breaks or somebody got into each other, I'm not sure. But it was a bad way to start this race.
Yeah, it sure was. Interesting that the 4 was able to come back and win. As he was the second one of the first 3 that broke. But
now you see why I like next Triumph. Gritty trotter.
Yeah, gotta be.
Never quits.
$396,000 in lifetime earnings.
Signature Series Trot First Division. Allen County Super Trot for $3,500. Number 4, the next Triumph. The 10-year-old, a big gelding by Triumphant Caviar. Out of the Overcomer mare. We got next Fifth of the season. Ron Steck, Marengo. Ron Smoko of Solon, Ohio. Ron Steck trains the winner. Drew Neal in the sulky. The mile, 2:03 2/5.
Number 4, the next Triumph. Got his blanket. Allen County Super Trot. Congratulations to Drew. Ron Steck. Waiting for the official rundown from Doug.
That was the 231st start for this 10-year-old gelding.
Wow.
47 wins.
Or is that what you wanted to see? Oh.
I don't know exactly what the percentage would be, but it would be somewhere around
The judges
20%.
Yeah. Pretty good winning percentage.
Yeah. So we have an inquiry, so to speak, possible interference in that first turn. Judge David Statz is looking at the video to see if it can be of any aid in making their decision. Like I said, I thought something must have
Something
happened.
happened, yeah.
It's very unusual to see that many horses all go off stride together.
Sounds good.
They've looked at the video, and we'll see what the decision of the judges will be in just a few moments as we've getting ready to start the second half of our broadcast. The inquiry sign remains up, and we'll have a word about that from Doug Ballinger in just a few moments.
Well, they have posted the payoffs.
Well, he made it official then. So apparently it doesn't involve at least the first three horses, as we got a 4-2-5, 4, 2, and 5. Doug has not given the official results as yet, so bear with us. Randy Haynes of Cool Wind Farm will be joining us here in a few minutes on the broadcast.
They're still looking at a video, I think, up there to see.
They might be, the one thing that they might be looking at to see if there was possibly an IX that somebody should get in that race, interference break or something.
Right in a 5-horse field with everybody getting something. I want to make sure they get 4th and 5th place correct as well.
Finish the 5th, number 1, Winning Misty 5. 2, It's a Horse 2. 3, Smoky Mountain Rain 4. 4, the next Triumph, the winner. 5, Mr. Steel 3. The 6 was scratched. 2:03 2/5, 31 and 4. Minute 3/5, 131 and 3. 5, 2-4, 1-3, scratch on the bottom. 6th race is coming up next. It's up in about a minute. Win Place Show, Quinella.
6th race coming up is a 2-year-old Colt Pace. Field of 5, Harrison Levan will drive the 3, Risky Lightning. We'll be back with Randy Haynes after these messages.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio wants to thank all the breeders that supported our popular stallions, including new trotting sire Play Tricks on Me. Cool Winds also stands proven sire Mr. Apples in the great state of Ohio. Randy and Kim Haynes also stand the only full brother to Some Beach Somewhere, Bring on the Beach, sire of Heart of Chewbacca. Visit the Cool Winds consignment at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 15th.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Back here, Allen County Fair, Lima, Ohio. You think of Allen County, you think of Cool Winds Farm, and Randy Haynes got you with here tonight. You were here last night. Tell us something about your operation. How close are you located to the fairgrounds?
Well, we live about, the farm is about 3 miles to the east, just right down 117 off of Cool Road. Lima is usually a kind of a nice, easy place to get to, but unfortunately, the state of Ohio decided to close down 117 between here and Bell Fountain. So the horsemen, a lot of them were calling my wife yesterday, trying to figure out how to get here around all our road construction and stuff. But yeah, we're out there. Of course, we're getting ready for the yearling season. We've got them all in. They're shining up nice. We leave Tuesday for the first sale, the Ohio Blooded sale, and then of course our big sale September the 15th at the Circleville Pickaway Ag Center over the Ohio Selected Sale. 275 yearlings to go on the block that day.
Wow.
Start at 10 a.m. Of course, we have our show day on Thursday the 14th, and from 4 to 6 that afternoon we'll have the barbecue dinner, the open house. So everybody that come on out, take a look at the yearlings, enjoy some food, and enjoy the fellowship.
What's your prediction on this year's sale?
Well, you never know. You always go in with high expectations. Down by the Seaside's having another good year. It looks like some of the Volsteads have showed up. I'm not exactly sure what first crop stallions we have. That's always kind of a highlight of any sale. I'm sure there are, and excuse me for anybody that's standing a first crop stallion. I apologize. Unfortunately, I don't have one this year.
First crop stallions. Is the price usually high, low, or how do you handle it?
It just depends. For instance, last year there was Lather Up, bit of a legend, and the Dancing Yankee. They all sold well. I don't think any of the three they went absolutely crazy on. I think all three of the first crop stallions here in the state of Ohio, they're doing okay. Of course, we're banging our heads against down by the Seaside, but Racing Hill's having a good year. Fear the Dragon, he was a little bit down. He's having a good year, so that's good for everybody. Everybody's not going to be able to afford it down by the Seaside or pay the top dollar, but there's enough racing opportunity in Ohio that an average horse or a nice horse will still make money, and we can sell them. You can make money racing them, and that's just good for the business.
Ohio is kind of ideal for the horse breeder, I think. Very competitive. You have a good racing product. I remember Anthony McDonald a couple years ago made the statement that for the bucks paid, the return on an investment is probably better in the state of Ohio than any other state in the country.
And Anthony McDonald has become one of our best cheerleaders, And of course, our 66 county fairs, our Buckeye Stallion Series, Sire Stakes, a great program. Here, we'll pause for the 6th, and we'll be right back.
This, the Vince Cosa Memorial. A field of 5. Number 1, No Crying in the Uber with Drew Neal. The 2, here's Popeye, Pierce Henry drives. Here's LeMan driving to 3, Risky Lightning. Number 4, Ball of Terror with David Ward. And number 5, Hail the Dragon, Austin Hanners in the sulky. Here's LeMan.
How does the 275 number compare to last year?
We always sell right around 275. That's kind of a set in stone. You know that sales company, the Lexington Select, that puts it on for us, but that is managed by the Ohio breeders. There's 11 breeders in the state of Ohio that own a piece of that sales company. So we have several meetings in the fall, discuss the sale, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, what we think could make it better, and we're always trying to make it better, of course. But
Sure.
275, there's a few folks who would like to sell more, there's a few folks who would like to sell less, but that's kind of a number. We can get through them in a day. It's a long day, there's no question about it. But like I tell folks, I bred the mare, waited a year, had the foal, waited a year and a half to raise it. Today's the day that I needed to shine, so I got to work an extra hour or two that day. I will survive.
Sure.
With 275, how do they determine who's number one and who's number 275?
Alphabetically. Every year they start with a different letter. I don't know what the letter is this year, but for instance, Rose Run, they'll drop that. Hanover, they would drop that, but it's always by a letter. Like Bella's Brown Eyed Girl, Section Line Yankee. They're going to figure out, B, C, D, whatever the number is you go through. We can change them around in the catalog within our consignment, but I can't call Randy Mangus or Bruce Brinkerhoff and tell them I want hip number 33, 74, 59, whatever. They're going to assign the numbers alphabetically, makes it fair for everybody. And every major sale does that. Our Ohio sale, Kentucky Standardbred, Harrisburg. Right. It's kind of interesting. I believe Kentucky Standardbred and Harrisburg are always on the same letter every year. Whether that's coincidental, they've got it figured out, but it's always the same letter. So, yeah.
Well, we wish you well. Everybody looks forward to it. You've got a great facility to have the sale.
Absolutely. We were fortunate they built the facility. We moved down there 5 or 6 years ago, and it's just been a wonderful place.
Yeah.
We usually have decent weather. I don't know that we really had a bad day, but in mid-September, you never know what could happen in Ohio.
Sure.
Where do they have all the stalls? I mean,
everywhere. They take the rabbit barn, the sheep barn, the horse barn, of course, they use that. But we actually, the last 3 years, we've used the indoor arena, and myself, Rose Run Farm, Dublin Valley, Anvil and Lace, there's a few consigners in there, packed the arena down, put some stalls. Everybody didn't like it because of the dirt. I love it because it's really airflow. It's wonderful.
That's perfect.
So, well, good luck to you, and we'll all be watching that sale, and there'll be a large crowd, I'm sure.
We sure appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Randy Haynes from Cool Wind Farms right here in Lima, Ohio.
Horses were headed towards the gate. They have turned around, give us a chance to do a quick rundown here of the 6. This is the second division of the 2-year-old Colt Pace. Purse for this division, $4,512. The rail out. Nope.
A lot of static.
Back, yeah. Number 1, No Crying in the Uber, please. Drew Neal on the bike for Ron Steck. Michael Smaglio of Naples, Florida. Tim Holman of Mainville, Ohio. And the Uber stable of Xenia, Ohio. Just one start this year after 3 qualifiers. Number 2, Pierce Henry on the bike for Here's Popeye. Robert Brooks. Here's the Stock Inc. Eddie Wilford Care of Galleon, 9 starts. 5 in the money this year. Number 3 is Risky Lightning, Harrison Levon in the bike for John Predmore, who owns and trains, 7 starts, nothing to show for it yet. Number 4, Ball of Terror, David Ward for Deborah Schwartz, owner is Bradley Delaney of Wilmington, 2 starts this year and a nice second place finish after a 3-wide move at Salina a couple of weeks ago. And number 5, Hail the Dragon, Austin Hanners for Brett Schwartz. He is a Fear the Dragon colt out of the mare Real Ravishing by Real Desire. It was a $20,000 purchase, the Ohio Select sale. 5 starts this year, 1 second, 1 third. Earnings of $2,800. The fans have made the 2. Here's Popeye, the 1-5 favorite. The 5-horse Hail the Dragon, the second, 4-1. And the horses, Devin's got some work to do up there. Yep, Devin's got some work to do.
Now they're all headed in the right direction.
There we go. 5 of them lined up.
Pacers, 5 of them in behind the Wupkenberg starting gate with the call of the 6th, Doug Ballinger.
Yeah, you were here. And I was at the sale, and I mean, I actually had a heart attack.
Two-year-old Colt Pacers second division, $4,512. The Vince Coza Memorial are all in behind the gate. Here they come. Gatebrigger to the 3, Risky Lightning. Enter off for the lead. That is, here's Popeye on the outside. Hail the Dragon comes out in second. Ball of Terror finds a spot third into the turn. No Crying in the Uber is fourth. And the early trader, Risky Lightning, as they race on over to the opening eighth. On top of the field and showing away. Here's Popeye and Pierce Henry. Two back to Hail the Dragon second. Then it's a gap of 6 to 7 lengths to Ball of Terror third. No Crying in the Uber is fourth. And Risky Lightning trails the field up the backside to the opening quarter. On top of the field, here's Popeye has the lead. Hail the Dragon racing second, racing third as they race around the turn. Into the turn, Ball of Terror by the quarter, 29 and 4. No Crying in an Uber comes to the outside fourth. Risky Lightning trailing upfield. They pass the stand for the first time and come on over to the halfway point. Here's Popeye the leader, nose to helmet. Hail the Dragon is second. No Crying in an Uber first up, racing third. Racing fourth, Ball of Terror into the turn. Risky Lightning trailing upfield. On over to the 5/8 they go. Halfway home in 1 minute and 3/5. Here's Popeye has the lead on the inside. Hail the Dragon to his outside is No Crying in the Uber. Racing fourth is Ball of Terror, and Risky Lightning trails the field down the backside. Here's Popeye by 3 parts of a length. No Crying in the Uber is second. Hail the Dragon is third. Racing fourth into the turn. Ball of Terror. Risky Lightning trails the field. They race around the far turn. 3/4 and 1/30 and a fifth. No Crying in the Uber grabs the lead. Racing on the inside second. Here's Popeye set to come 3 wide. Hail the Dragon off the turn, the leader. No Crying in the Uber. Hail the Dragon the inside. Here's Popeye come to the line. No Crying in the Uber. Second to 5. Hail the Dragon. The mile, 2 minutes, 3/5.
Well, that's what you get for a $70,000 purchase.
That doesn't hurt.
You can be hung the whole mile and save it for the end.
That's a back-to-back win for trainer Ron Steck.
Yes, it is. 154. No Crying in the Uber. Strong performance there. Great steer by Drew Neal. Just kept him clean on the outside. Didn't seem concerned to be parked in any way. I believe Drew knew what he had to work with there and really turned it on in the back half, the final of the mile in 2 minutes and 3.
2 minutes and 3/5. Randy, this racetrack's mighty fast this year.
Well, it has gotten better. You know, if all the horsemen are here the last several years, they know the track was in bad shape. We needed to work with it. A good friend of mine, Denny Shaner, and I discussed it with the fair board right after the races last year, and he said, look, if you'll help us or allow us to help you, we will fix this thing. So they contacted us shortly after this track grounds is unique. We're close to 75 or an hour from Dayton. We have a lot of activities, motorcycle racing several times a year, monster truck shows, flea markets. There's always something going on at this fairgrounds. I think they're going into the winner's circle, and then at the end of this, we'll tell you the rest of it.
The Vince Coza Memorial goes to the 1. No Crying in the Uber. Gio Bago to Sun down by the seaside out of the Western Terrier. The Bomb Dottie. Michael Ciambigo, Tim Homan, and Uber Stable of Ohio own. Ron Steck trains. Drew Neal in the sulky, the mile, 2 minutes, 3/5, lifetime mark for the winner. No Crying in the Uber. Here's the way they finished. Number 1, No Crying in the Uber, the winner. 2, here's Popeye 4. Number 3, Risky Lightning 5. 4, Ball of Terror 3. 5, Hail the Dragon 2. 2 minutes, 3/5, 29 and 4. Minute 3/5, 1:30 and a fifth, 1:45.3, 2 on the bottom.
As you were saying.
So yeah, the last motorcycle races are always the last week of June, and we told them, hey, when we get done with that, contact us. Let's look at this thing, see what we need to do to make it a decent racetrack again. So I contacted Jason Bloom from Dayton Raceway. Sure do appreciate him coming up to take a look at it. We met here one afternoon with several of the Fair Board members, several of the local. Nobody trains at this track anymore. So Denny Shaner, myself, and several of the local horsemen met. As well with the Fair Board members, discussed what we needed to do. We came up with a game plan, and we've executed it. I couldn't tell you the number of hours that we've put on this racetrack, the number of water. We graded it, we packed it, we watered it, we packed it, we watered it, and repacked it. After the first race yesterday in 57, the horsemen were all telling us the best the track's been in several years, and that was all the thanks we needed. So
awesome.
We sure do appreciate it. We thank the horsemen for coming. We thank them for coming back, and we will do our very best to have this track as good or better in the years to come. So thank you very much.
And the weather's played a big factor this year. You've had decent weather.
It has helped. We had 2 or 3 weeks with no rain, which was kind of nice. We got the dirt moved around we needed. We was able to pack it, put the amount of water on it we wanted, and let it do us. And then the last week or so, we got a ton of rain, which really helped us. It tightened the thing back up. We rolled it a few more times. We've got the track conditioner, and so maybe the big guy upstairs didn't hurt us there either. So we sure do appreciate it. But we thank the horsemen for coming, and we hope you come back to Lima again.
That's the one thing that a lot of people don't realize, but you do need a lot of rain to really get it lightning fast for a fair.
You've got to get it tightened up.
Yep.
There's nothing worse than loose. In the last several years, this thing, I'm not saying we could plant in potatoes, but there might be a few in the infield.
Thank you ever so much.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the OHHA. We appreciate it. Have a good evening.
Thank
you. 2-year-old filly trotters coming up. Field of 6. Going to the post after these messages.
Thanks, man.
We'll be back at the Allen County Fair.
The Allen County Fair in Lima, Ohio had humble beginnings as a small meeting 170 years ago. Local farmers gathered for the sole purpose of establishing an agricultural society that would organize an annual county fair. Finally, the first county fair was held for one day in October of 1851. A few years after its founding, the fair would be held just east of Lima. That same plot of land would eventually be known as the Lima Driving Park. The driving park consisted of a half-mile track and was considered among the best in the United States to host harness, automobile, and motorcycle races. The most celebrated harness horses appeared in competition at the Lima track. Even the legendary Dan Patch set a new track record of 2:04 at the Allen County Fair in 1903. The famous pacer had arrived in Lima in his own private railroad car. Today, the Allen County Fair is a member of the Ohio Colt Racing Association. They host 2 evenings of live-action harness racing.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the Partial Futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
I'd like to thank Mr. Myrick real quick for the update on hydraulic Hazel over at Napoleon. I was trying to keep an eye on it. She's now 12 for 12. 12 starts, 12 wins this year. 3-year-old trotting filly. She's incredible.
Wow.
I think Ronnie went up to drive a horse for Dalton Walls up there. At least he was down. She looked like she was a pretty nice filly. So she was up against it again tonight, and 12 for 12 on the year. With a mark of 55 at Scioto, too. So she's won at the big track.
3-year-old filly?
Yeah, she's a nice
awesome.
filly.
That's awesome.
I failed to mention with Drew Neal, he's originally from Prince Edward Island, and of course the home of the Gold Cup and Saucer. And he's making a name for himself in the last couple of years here at the Buckeye State.
I had an opportunity to watch that on Saturday night. My friend Frank Cannon, who is one of the owners of Lawless Shadow was in up there, and it's always a pleasure to listen to Vance call the races up in Charlottetown, and the introductions that they do there with the spotlights on the horses when they come out. It's just such a great event. Wonderful
One
event.
thing that I think would not go over in the States, but they do it at Prince Edward Island. The horses are on the track for a good half hour before they go to the post.
Well, it's interesting you said that because I was waiting for the last race to watch Lawless Shadow race. Lawless Shadow, of course, the infamous winner of the disputed Meadowlands Pace against Charlie May. And after the race before that ended, it was getting late here. It was close to 11 o'clock, I think.
Well, the race, they don't start the race till midnight.
Is that what? Is that what? I wonder it was so late.
The year I was up there, I think they post paraded at 11:10.
Wow.
The post parade takes about 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then they said 49 minutes to post, and I'm like, guys, it's 11 o'clock at night, guys. Give us a break here.
Tell us about this 7th race coming up.
We got a parade here.
This is a 2-year-old. Oh, we got him coming out. Let's take it to Doug, and then we'll come back and get some detail on the horses.
One Fashion Design, Jeff Neitzinger drives. 2 Champa Bay Hall. Bruce Schmidt drives the 2 Champa Bay Hall, trained by birthday boy Paul Sunderhouse. 3 Phyllis L. Louis Levan. Hank Levan to 4 Instant Fortune L. 5 Kemp's Choice, Roy Burns driving, and 6 I'm Too Cute, Ed Greeno Jr. in Wisconsin. Win Place Show, Quinella Exacta trifecta.
Okay, we're good. Let's take a look at the lineup here for the 7th. Number 1, Fashion Design. Jeff Neitzinger holding the reins for Mark Winters, AWS Stable, and Mark Winters. 8 starts this year, 3 wins out of 8 starts, 5 totally in the money, $9,300 in earnings. A mark of 208, was 3rd last week at Troy and won 2 weeks in a row prior to that. Number 2, Champa Bay Hall with Bruce Schmidt for Paul Sunderhouse, owned by Greg Smith and Paul Sunderhouse. Only 3 starts this year for this $9,000 purchase, the Buckeye Classic sale. She is a creatine filly out of the Mare Angela Hall by Tom Ridge. Number 3, Phyllis L. Hank Levan for Hank Levan for Hank Levan for Rosemary Levan. 14 starts this year, 11 out of 14 in the money, including 3 wins, $18,000 in earnings. She's a long Tom filly by the mare Kelsey's Commando by CR Commando. Number 4, Instant Fortune L. I got Hank still listed on both the 3 and the 4. Don't know if we got an update. Thank you, Roger.
I'll try and find
Instant Fortune L with Hank. This one's owned by Dean Racing, Springfield, Ohio. 12 starts, 5 wins, 2 second-place finishes, earnings of $17,000. And her mark of 2:03 is the fastest winning time for the fillies in this field. Number 5, Kemp's Joyce. Roy Burns for Roy and Melissa Burns. Trains, drives, owns. Filly is by Witt out of the Mare Mythical Kemp by Cadabra. 5 starts, 2 third-place finishes. Winnings of $1,933 this year. And number 6, I'm Too Cute. Ed Greeno Jr. Trains and drives. Owners are E.G. Trot LLC of Findlay. 9 starts this year. 1 win. 4 times in the money. 207 at Tifton. Long Tom. The mare Gwyneth Hanover by Explosive Matter. Roger.
Louis Levan is driving the 3.
Thank you. Louis on the 3.
Hank's on the 4.
And Hank's on the 4.
I think I could tell them apart. The shoulders are a bit different.
Is that what it is? The horses are slowly headed up the back stretch.
Of course, they threw a triple win tonight. Harrison Levan drove.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure this is Louis on the 3.
We have one more after this. Again, this is the 2nd division of the 2-year-old filly trot. The purse is $5,966.
Going to the gate.
2-year-old filly trotters for $5,966. Sponsored by Cool Wind Farms. Are all in behind the gate. Here they come. Off stride to 4 Instant Fortunel. They're off and trotting. Fashion Design for the lead. Champa Bay Hall comes out in second. Phylliselle is third as they move into the turn. Kemp's Choice is fourth. I'm Too Cute is fifth. And Instant Fortunel is off stride at the opening eighth. Fashion Design has the lead and has it by 2. Champa Bay Hall will get the 2-hole trip. Phylliselle next in third. Kemp's Choice is fourth. Racing fifth on the outside. Instant Fortunel and training the field. I'm Too Cute across the backside. They trot to the opening quarter, and here comes Instant Fortunel, who was sixth at one time, is headed right to the front end. Instant Fortunel and Hank Levan clear to the front as they race by the opening quarter in 31 3/5. Fashion Design second. Champa Bay Hall third. Phylliselle is fourth. Fifth is Kemp's Choice, and I'm Too Cute trailing the field as they pass the stand for the first time and come on over to the halfway point. Hank Levan, Instant Fortunel with the lead. Fashion Design second. Champa Bay Hall right there third. Racing fourth. 5 lengths from the front is Phylliselle. I'm Too Cute will move to the outside, and Kemp's Choice is now the trailer. Halfway home in 106 4/5. On the 5/8 they trot with the lead. It is Instant Fortunel. Fashion Design second. Phylliselle on the outside. I'm Too Cute on the outside moving up. Champa Bay Hall shuffled to fifth. Trailing the field. Kemp's Choice across the backside. They trot. Instant Fortunel. Phylliselle to the outside. Fashion Design third. I'm Too Cute fourth. 5 inside Champa Bay Hall. They're into the far turn. Trailing the field. Kemp's Choice, 3/4, 139. They circle the far turn. Instant Fortunel, the leader. Phylliselle on the outside. I'm Too Cute is third. Champa Bay Hall closing fourth. Fifth is Fashion Design. Up the inside comes Champa Bay Hall. Coming to the line. Instant Fortunel on the outside. Phylliselle. The inside up for third. May have been the 2. Champa Bay Hall.
Well, I got to tell you, folks, if you look at the program here, oh, sorry.
Missed the time.
If you look at the program here, Instant Fortunel shows 8 lines on this program, and in 4 of them, he broke at the start of the race. And on July 17th, after that break, he circled the field and won just like he did tonight. That was some first quarter after he got back on stride there.
That's about as much a 2-year-old trotter can trot that second 8 from the 8th pole to the quarter. I mean, he went by them like they were standing still.
He sure did.
I really like the looks of that Champa Bay Hall. I saw her down at Salina and kind of mentioned what a good-looking filly she was. As Don Tiger would say, maybe put a circle around that one for next week. She was absolutely loaded in the lane there. About lost her around the last turn. She got a little steppy, but then, man, when she straightened out in the lane, she was really wanting to go some.
6 of 13 for Instant Fortunel. And with the earnings tonight, goes right at 20,000 lifetime.
And a Levan, Quinella, and Exacta. In that race with Hank first. Unofficially, Louis second. Inquiry coming.
Gonna take a look at the break.
Check that break at the start. Yeah.
He'll be okay as long as he didn't interfere with anybody when he made the break.
And I didn't see anybody close to him. Gentlemen, I enjoy spending every minute with you, but I got to tell you something. Without a sweatshirt, the 8th race is next. We're getting there. Still not a cloud in the sky as the sun sets behind the grandstand to the west.
Oh, wow. So the
Now
start.
the third Levan has joined in the winner's circle. That's Harrison.
Is that a brother?
Yeah. Hank's brother.
Hank's brother.
Boy, I hope I hit
Then there's another brother that had the, what was it, the top cow or steer at the Ohio State Fair.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I watched a video on Hank's Facebook page about that. I had no idea what a huge deal that is. I mean, that cow is probably worth a lot of money after being.
And he worked into the interview the fact of family involved in harness racing. The inquiry is against the winner, Instant Fortunel, possible violation of the braking rule.
Get that thing off of me. Well, they're looking at it right behind us here on the monitor.
So we await the decision.
Roger, I had a chance this morning to stop by the Brian Brown farm and spend a couple of minutes with my girlfriend, geocentric.
What kind of a mile did that horse go down at Lexington?
Fastest is 49.4 so far. Last quarter, 25.4. And she is so sweet and cuddly and loving. Her next start will be on September 2nd at the Pennsylvania Sire Stakes Championship in Pocono Raceway, Labor Day weekend. No disqualification. It is official. Instant Fortunella is the winner of this evening's 7th race.
Outrageous Fortune. 6th of the season for Instant Fortunella. Home of Levan Stable, Woodstock, Megan Levan. Lehman Racing, Springfield, Ohio. Hank Levan trains and drives the winner. 2:09, 4/5, the winning time for Instant Fortunella. Blanket by Randy and Kim Haynes, Cool Winds Farm of Lima.
That's the 13th start. 6th win for Instant Fortunel. She'll have right at 20 starts before her season's over.
Put her earnings over $20,000. As a 2-year-old, she was a $12,000 purchase a couple of years ago at the Lexington Select Sale.
Doug didn't give the official order.
No, not yet.
Well, I think they're still working on it, maybe. Behind us here.
Two more to go, 8th and 9th. The 8th is the 3rd division of the 2-year-old Colt Pace. Then the 9th, Signature Series, 2nd division, Trotters.
Just looking at that lineup in the 9th, it looks like Devon's horse should be a little bit tough.
That horse won the Bob Brown Memorial at Troy.
Been racing him 155 times with Devon at Northfield in the Amateur Series.
There's a Demon in Me. Is that the? I'm
Yes.
sorry. Okay, yeah, I think that just won at Greenville too, right? Was it
Correct.
Greenville?
Yep. Wire to wire. And Austin owns that horse. Austin Hanners
Yeah.
owns that horse.
Classy old horse.
$800,000
Yeah.
lifetime earnings.
Austin drove the horse at Northfield on July the 9th to a 6th-place finish. Devin has been basically the regular driver. And since that 6th-place finish at Northfield, Devin's got a couple thirds, a couple wins. Some may say.
Oh, Roger.
Well, I didn't say what they might say. Some would say. Then you put your own words to what I.
Well, in fairness, when Austin rode the horse, it was for a $15,000 purse versus lower purses for Devin. But you're right. Probably should have made that move a week sooner. Never know what would have happened.
The last 2 races with wins were not amateur events.
Well, that's right.
She was racing
Free
with
fall.
the regular
Yep.
drivers as she is tonight.
Yep.
That night at Troy, 3 straight races won by lady drivers.
Oh, I think I saw that, actually. Was it Rosie?
Casey Kelly.
Okay.
She won. Then Devin won. Then Emma Wahlberg won the ladies driving race.
Right.
Somebody said it was 2-all. Since they're all ladies in the 3rd race.
Hey, listen, Linda Toscano and Nancy Tachter are two of the have a few of the fastest and winningest horses racing this year in our wonderful sport. Winners of the North American Cup, winners of the Adios.
We're sticking around here waiting for the official results from Doug, but we haven't got it as yet.
And it looks like there's a...
Here we go.
There we go.
To call. There will be a placing. Number 2, Champa Bay Hall, finished 3rd, place 6 for pylon violation past the half. So here's your top down to Bowen Fashion Design, finished 5th, place 4th. 2, Champa Bay Hall, finished 3rd, place 6th. 3, Phyllis L2. 4, Instant Fortunelle, the winner. 5, Kemp's Choice, finished 6th, place 5th. The 6, I'm Too Cute, finished 4th, place 3rd. 209, 4 fifths. 34 and 3, 106 and 4, 139. Rechecking, finished 5th, placed 4th, finished 3rd, placed 6th for a pylon violation. 3, Phyllis L2. 4, Instant Fortunelle, the winner. The 5, Kemp's Choice, finished 6th, placed 5th. The 6, I'm Too Cute, finished 4th, placed 3rd. 209, 4 fifths, 34 and 3, 106 and 4, 139.
8th race is coming up at the Allen County Fair. It's the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old colt pace 3rd division, field of 5. No driver changes. We'll be back with that one after these messages.
Your animals provide unconditional love. When they hurt, you want the best care available to help them enjoy life again. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center is here for you and for them. From heart disease to cancer, diabetes to broken bones, and 24-hour emergency services, Ohio State's team of experts make a difference in the lives of animals and the family members who love them. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders ship that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Sun's out, guns out, hot summer fun. Hot
summer fun. Hot summer fun.
Back at the Allen County Fair, want to mention the speed committee here at Lima. Director of racing is Dennis Frick. Kevin Schmiederbusch is the director of racing as well, along with Sierra Ackerman, Dave Nussbaum, Greg Rex, Al Mankey, Bruce Fricky, Randy Haynes, and Doug Hilty. And they all deserve a big hand having the racing program and the racetrack as well in great shape for the 2023 Allen County Fair. The 8th race coming up here is the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old colt pace 3rd division. It is sponsored by Steiner Stock Farm, going for a purse of $4,512. The 1 is McCardle's Chat. Deborah Swartz is the trainer. David Ward drives. 7 starts with 2 seconds. Last raced at Salina, finished 4th, timed in 2:02 and 3 with a final quarter in 32. The 2 is My Handsome Man. Drew Neal, the driver, looking for his 3rd win on the card. John Fitzgerald is the trainer. 2 starts, zip, zip, zip. At Croton, stayed flat, finished 4th, timed in 2:02 and 1 with a final panel 29 and 4. The 3 is Stars Over Sydney. Brett Swartz is the trainer. Austin Hanners looking for his 3rd win on the card. 5 starts, 2 third-place finishes. Raced at Northfield last time out, back on August 13th. Finished 9th in 1:56 and 3. Final panel 31 and 2. The 4 is Quigley L. Hank LeMan trains and drives. 10 starts, 2 wins, a 2nd and 3/3. 2-minute flat at Marysville. And last time out at Urbanas on August the 10th. Finished 6th in 2:02 and 4. Final panel 30 and 2/5. The 5 is Splash Dragon. Jeff Neisonger is the driver. He's also the trainer, so he's quite familiar with this one. 11 starts, 4 wins, 2 seconds, 3/3, 159 and 1 at Northfield. Last time out was at Troy. Finished 3rd, 2 minutes, 3/5 with a final quarter, 31 and 3. Horse has been winning every other. 4 back, 2 back. Continues that pattern. Should be a winner tonight. At least Neisonger certainly hopes so.
Currently the
6-5
6-5 favorite.
And well, it should be.
What a perfect, beautiful evening. Whoops.
It's really cooling off, though.
What was that, Matt?
I was skipping ahead a little bit. I was showing the 9th race. We are definitely on the 8th still.
We got a beautiful half moon to the southwest of us here. Gorgeous night, just a really light breeze. It has cooled off a lot. Not sure what the current temperature is, but it's certainly down in the probably low 70s.
Another thing about here at Lima, it is a well-lit track. No dark spots.
Nope. Quigley L. Hank LeVan making a turn in front of us.
They haven't paraded us yet, so I think we'll shoot. Maybe did they post parade? Maybe we missed Did we miss the post?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well,
Well, they're all out anyway.
They sure are, and they're all headed.
it's tough when they don't have the bugle call here. They just kind of come at you.
Yeah.
Doug starts talking.
With the young gentleman playing the guitar and singing. And
yeah, little Guns N' Roses background here.
sometimes it makes it a little hard to hear the PA system.
Certainly does.
He's playing on top of Doug talking. I know first 3 races I tried to talk as loud as I could to out-drown him, but I don't know if I did or not. Evidently nobody told him when to play here. He just plays.
Sure looks like we're going right to the gate.
They are going right to the gate. From the rail out, McCardle's Chat, My Handsome Man, Stars Over Sydney, Quigley L, and Splash Dragon.
Carter has called the horses to the gate.
2-year-old Colt Pace, our 3rd division, $4,500 purse. Only one county fair I've been to that didn't have an electronic scoreboard.
By Steiner Stock Farm are all in behind the gate. Here they come. And they're off. First away, Stars Over Sydney out for the lead. Quigley All comes out in second. Splash Dragon racing third. McCardle's Chat finds a spot fourth. And the Yearly Trader fifth is My Handsome Man at the opening eighth. Stars Over Sydney, Austin Hanners lead it by 5. Up the backside, racing next is Quigley L. Racing third, McCardle's Chat. Down the backside, fourth. Splash Dragon and trailing the field going to the opening quarter. Straight alignment is My Handsome Man. Front to back, field separated by 8 lengths. Stars Over Sydney has the lead. Quigley L sits the pocket second. By the opening quarter, 30 2/5. Splash Dragon racing third, racing fourth, McCardle's Chat. The Trader is My Handsome Man. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Stars Over Sydney fronts the field. Quigley L right there second. Racing 4 lengths from the front and racing third is Splash Dragon. Next is McCardle's Chat. The Trader is My Handsome Man. They're halfway home and Stars Over Sydney leads the way. Quigley L is second. Splash Dragon is third. The half in 102 3/5. McCardle's Chat racing next. My Handsome Man trails the field. Cross the backside they go. Stars Over Sydney the leader. Right there, second is Quigley L. Racing third, Splash Dragon coming to the outside. Down the backside, My Handsome Man. McCardle's Chat trails the field. They near 3/4. Stars Over Sydney has that lead and has got every call. Austin Hanner, Stars Over Sydney, midway round the turn. 3/4, 133 2. On the outside, racing second. Here comes Splash Dragon. Quigley L third, stride for stride in the front end. My Handsome Man. Splash Dragon on the outside. Stars Over Sydney coming to the line. Stars Over Sydney on the line. Second, Splash Dragon. Third, Quigley L. The mile 2:02 1/5.
So came the final half in 59 3. The final quarter would be in 28 4. Stars Over Sydney gives Austin Hanners his 3rd win on tonight's card. This for trainer Brett Schwartz. 2-year-old gelding, the Yankee Cruiser out of Megastar. Initial win, so it's a lifetime mark for Stars Over Sydney.
Stars Over Sydney, a $20,000 purchase, the Buckeye Classic sale. Brett is a trainer and a partial owner on this 2-year-old. Splash Dragon made a heck of an effort. He pulled Pulled between the half and the 3/4 was out there, but Stars Over Sydney, great rating by Austin, was able to hold off Splash Dragon and Jeff Neisinger.
That second quarter was in 32-1, so it was quite a breather.
Yeah, that's where he got the savings. I had it as 3-5-4 across the wire. We'll wait for official word.
2-year-old Cold Pace. Number 3, Stars Over Sydney. The 2-year-old Bay Gelded son of Yankee Cruiser out of the 4-star Shark Mare. Megastar. Umber Brett Swartz. Bear Larry. D.A. Fagan of Washington Courthouse, Ohio. Brett Swartz trains. Austin Handers gets his 3rd winning drive of the evening here at the Allen County Fair. This and behind Stars Over Sydney. And a lifetime best, 202 and a 5th. This race sponsored by Steiner Stock Farm. It's official. Number 1, McCardle's Chat 4. 2 My Handsome Man 5. 3 Stars Over Sydney, the winner. 4 Quigley L 3. 5 Splash Dragon 2, the winning time, 202 and a 5th. 30 and 2/5, 102 and 3, 133 and 2, 451, 3, 2 on the bottom. 9th race is next.
I'm glad you noticed that, Roger. I didn't want to say anything. I'll let you do it.
Did you show it on camera?
Yeah, I mean, you can't miss it.
I hope you noticed the shoes being worn by Austin Hanners. The vast majority of drivers wear driving boots or something, but he's got a pair of
tennis shoes on.
Well, I don't know whether they're tennis shoes or what, but they're skeds or whatever they call them. They're not driving boots for sure.
Right.
Remember the days when drivers wore white boots?
A little bit. That does sound familiar to me. Yeah.
Wayne P. Nichols.
Wayne Nichols. Wow.
Wayne P. Nichols was the first to wear white boots, to my memory. And I asked him one time what the P stood for. Wayne says precious. 9th race.
Nice.
9th race coming up. Signature Series, 2nd Division. Jeff Neisinger on the 1. Drew Neal on the 3. Back in just a few moments.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding facility that specializes in stallion management. Cool Winds Farm stands the popular Dancing Yankee, whose first crop of 2-year-olds are now racing. Cool Winds also welcomed Western Fame to their stallion barn, who won nearly $2 million competing against the best pacers of his generation. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 15th.
Back at the Allen County Fair and Signature Series, 2nd Division coming up for trotters, $3,500 purse. The final will be at Delaware, Ohio for both the trot and the pace. And that's just around the corner.
Just around the corner.
By the way, officials at the Darke County Fair in Greenville announced today that post time Thursday, because of the extreme heat, has been moved back to 7:30. 14 races, first race at 7:30.
Wow.
So it looks like we'll be racing right up to midnight.
Absolutely.
Yep. And they got a field of 5 in the Gene Riggle Memorial.
Roger, are there any Regals left in the business today? Active.
Alan, Bruce, and their sister are all still living. Alan lives in the house right near the 3/4 pole at Greenville. Bruce resides in Lexington. His daughter is going to the University of Kentucky.
Right.
So he moved down there. And the daughter, I really can't say where she's at. I just know there is a sister, but I'm not sure where she's living.
When I first got to spend a lot of time at Scioto Downs in the early 80s, the Regals were the family. That was a family to be admired. I don't know if Gene's dad or how far back those generations went.
I can remember where I first met Gene Riggle. It was at the Champaign County Fair in Urbana. I believe it was 1960. Very first year I was announcing. I had dinner at a church facility underneath the grandstand with Gene and Martha Riggle. And from that day on, we were real good friends. One day I was at the races, I believe at Hilliard, just as a spectator. For some reason I was supposed to be at Scioto, and I went over to Hilliard. And Gene came up to me. He says, and I wore Butler boots in those days, the driving boots, believe it or not. This was a big thing, and they were very comfortable. He says, can I borrow your boots? He says, I left Greenville and didn't bring my boots with me. So he wore my driving boots. I wore his dress shoes. So I can truly say that I walked in his shoes.
His shoes, absolutely.
We were dear friends, and one night they had a thing at Greenville, and he honored Gene, and I also was honored to be honored that night as well. Hall of Famers, the night at Greenville, and just a great time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I miss them both.
Yeah, of course.
Coming up, the Signature Series, second division, field of 7 to go postward. Broom and Vonnie. Jeff Neishunger drives for Carl Easterday, 1 of 11 this year, 157-3 at Miami Valley. Raced at Greenville and finished 4th, timed in 2:01-3. Post parade.
Kinda.
Field of 7, 1 Broom and Vonnie. Jeff Neishunger drives. Al Menke drives at 2, unhitched. Drew Neal the 3. Deer Run Billy. 4 Sultan of Cash. Drivers change to David Ward. David Ward the 4. 5, there's a Demon to Meet. Devin Miller will be out shortly. 6, Need to Focus at Greeno Jr. And the 7, Team L, Hank Levan in the sulky. When play show, Quinella, Exacta, and Trifecta. They're going to the gate in about 4 minutes.
Is that
Devin on her way?
That's Levan.
Was it Levan?
Yeah.
I heard him say that Devin Miller would be out shortly.
Oh, well, she probably has to put on some colors, right? Going from one job to another.
We'll try and get a shot of Devin once she gets to the racetrack.
Oh, I hear. She's coming now, I think. Right over there by the draw gate.
Yep, there she is. Coming out of the draw gate.
It's your chance to outride if you ever wanted to, Roger. Setting all these other records.
No. I am actually scared to death to ride a horse.
I would be scared to death to be an outrider.
Yeah.
That is some tough job.
It sure is.
When I was a youngster, I was riding a pony and somebody threw a stone at the pony. And
God.
he took off, and I think I've only been on a horse's back 2 other times since. The day of Jimmy Stewart's 75th birthday at Indiana, PA, the outrider there said, I want to get a picture of you sitting in the saddle on my horse. And she guaranteed me the horse would not move.
Oh, no.
So I got in the saddle, no problem.
No.
She got her picture. And the other time, we were at Pompano Park every year. Howard Beisinger had a rodeo at his farm. And George Schulte broke a shoulder. Delvin Miller sprained a wrist. So you can imagine what kind of, they actually did rodeo events, calf roping and everything.
Yeah.
But there were a few injuries over the years in those events. But Howard's wife, Ann, talked me into riding a 18-year-old quarter horse mare. And I got up and rode around the ring a couple times, but I was scared to death. Now, I'll drive one. I'll jog one.
Right.
But I don't want on their back.
Right. Let's continue taking a look here at the horses in our finale for the evening. Number 2 is Unhitched. Is that Al Mankey, the third?
Al Mankey. He runs the Steiner Stock Farm.
Okay, 17 starts, 1 win, 3 third-place finishes, a mark of 59 in the piece at Mount Vernon. Number 3 is Deer Run Billy. Drew Neal taking the bike for Jerry Tosca. Gary Wilmoth, Erie, Michigan, the owner. 24 starts, 3 wins, 2 third-place finishes, a mark of 58-1 on a sloppy track in Northfield. This horse comes down from Northfield Downs to join us this evening. Number 4, Sultan of Cash, Roger Hughes, owner, driver, trainer. Catch driving tonight will be David Ward for Roger. 22 starts, 10 times in the money, including 3 wins and a mark of 55-3. It's Scioto. Number 5. There's a demon in me. Devin Miller, our only lady driver.
I was going to help you out
tonight.
on that, but I thought let you figure it.
Devin, of course, daughter of the great David Miller, trained here by Alicia Hanners, owned by Austin. This is a 12-year-old Cadabra horse with lifetime earnings of $805,000, 61 wins and 269 starts. This year, 15 out of 25 in the money with a mark of 55-4, coming off 2 wins in a row at Greenville and at Troy in times of 1:59-3 and 2 minutes and 2. And the last 2 need to focus. Ed Greeno Jr., the 6, number 7, Team L, Hank Levan. And let's take it up to Doug for the finale. Thank you, everybody, for watching, following the races here on OHHA with us tonight. Let's go up to Doug.
The Allen County Super Trot are all in behind the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate. Here they come. They're up and trotting that Sultan of Cash for the Dean, Unhitched on the inside, racing around the turn, far outside. Team L, Hank Levan around the turn, going to the opening 8th. Vroom and Bonnie along the inside is 4th, looking for a spot 5th. There's a Demon in Me, racing 6th, need to focus up the backside. And Deer Run Billy, the early trader, going to the opening quarter and up on the outside. Team L, Hank Levan, powered it up front, racing 2nd, Sultan of Cash. Unhitched is 3rd. Broom and Bonnie is 4th, hung on the outside. There's a Demon in Me to the inside. Need to focus by the quarter and 29-4. And Deer Run Billy can see them all. Passing the stands first time, coming to the halfway point with the lead. Sultan of Cash off stride on the outside. That's Broom and Bonnie as they come on over to the half. Team L racing 2nd, still there 3rd on the outside. Yet the pylon is a Demon in Me. The inside is Unhitched. Into the turn, need to focus as they trot on over to the 5/8 mark. halfway home at the half in 58-4. Down the backside they go. On top of the field with the lead, it is Sultan of Cash by 2. Vrooman Bonnie is second. Sultan of Cash will take him on over to the 3/4. Team L on the inside. The outside, Deer Run Billy. Up the inside is Unhitched. To the outside, Need to Focus. The Trader is There's a Demon in Me. They're by 3/4. They trot the far turn. Sultan of Cash has the lead. Vrooman Bonnie is second. 3/4. 129. Team L third. They're off the turn. They're on their way home in the Allen County Super Trot. Sultan of Cash has the lead. Down the stretch they trot. Coming to the line. Sultan of Cash is almost there. Sultan of Cash over Vroom and Bonnie and Unhinged. The mile 1:59 3/5.
Oh.
Did he say it was a new track record?
Yeah, I don't think so, guys. I have 1:59-2 in 2009.
You got 59-2
as a previous track record, yeah.
Well, I thought he just said new track record.
He did.
They better check their figures.
Yeah.
Who has the track record?
Chris Page.
What's the name of the horse?
2009. And the horse's name is... I know you gave me the sheet, Cam, if you're watching. I'm sorry. Here we go. Canico Orville. Trainer was Jeff Amon.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Canico Orville, Jeff Amon, Chris Page, 2009, 1:59-2 is the track record. The pace record is Odyssey A. Trainer was Robert Belcher, the driver Del S. Miller. That was back in 2003, 1:55, 2/5. Do you need this sheet?
No, sir.
Good, I'll take it.
You got it.
Well, there's a demon in me, made a break, and it doesn't show making a break in the past performance.
$1,500. Number 4, Sultan of Cash. Eight-year-old may go to the son of Cash Hall out of the Conway Hall mare. Anything But Love. 4th of the season, owned by Roger Hughes Jr. Jamestown, Ohio. Roger Hughes Jr. trains David Ward in the sulky. 1:59 3/5, 2 fractions of 29 1/5, 58-4, and 129. Establishes a new track record here at the Allen County Fairgrounds. Big thank you to the track crew for what they did to this surface for this year's fair. Previous record, (59-4), 59-3 for Sultan of Cash. Here's the way they finished. Number 1, Vroom and Bonnie 2, 2 Unhitched 3, 3 Deer Run Billy 6, 4 Sultan of Cash the winner. 5 There's a Demon in Me 7, 6 Need to Focus 4, 7 Team L 5, 1:59 3/5, 29-1, 58-4, 129, 236, 174, 5 on the bottom. Well, that wraps it up for this evening's.
So that wraps up racing at the 2023 Allen County Fair, and we hope that you've enjoyed our broadcast last night and again tonight. More racing, more days.
More racing, more days. You're off to Greenville.
Greenville
for the
tomorrow
next
night.
2 nights.
Wednesday and Thursday post time, 7:30 each night.
And I'll be up in
Please
Hicksville.
note that Thursday night originally was scheduled for 5:30. They have backed it up to 7:30 because of the extreme heat that day. You're going to be where?
I'll be in Hicksville on Thursday. And looking forward to that. It'll be my first time up there. Got a lot of friends in Ohio that said, I don't know where that is. And I said,
Matt,
well,
where do you
right
go?
up in the corner.
Greenville, sir.
Greenville, I'll see you.
Greenville.
Can't miss up a chance to see Big Charlie May live and in person, and Mr. Tiger.
Yep, make no doubt about it. So
Thank
that
you,
wraps it up from the Allen County Fair in Lima, Ohio. And we'll be back somewhere
Tomorrow. Look forward to having you
more
back.
broadcasts. So always remember, though, if you're watching and there's a county fair near you, be there.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Cool Winds Farm, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.